Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. One more. Is that working? There you go. Hi, good morning. My name is Portilla-Kawamura, and I have a partner called Ali Ganjavian. He also happens to be my best friend. Very important today in the theme of happiness, to work with people that make you happy. And we are architects, we're designers. We met 15 years ago in a corridor in a derelict school building in London where we were studying architecture. And we have two projects, so our kind of personality is split. We have an architecture and design studio called Kawamura and Ali Ganjavian. Very easy name to remember. And we have another project which is a creative, multidisciplinary creative platform called Studio Banana. You'll remember that one. Okay, I'm going to talk a little bit today about both. First about Studio Banana, then about Kawamura and Ali Ganjavian. I'm going to show you a selection of our work, which I think shows our way of operating, and hopefully helps you understand what makes us happy and what moves us to wake up in the morning every day. Once you see this video, you never peel the banana the wrong way again. When Ali and I met, we realized we were very different, and we thought that was very good, because we learned things from each other. That element of surprise, of seeing things differently, of doing things differently, of thinking differently, was for us very exciting. That is one of the, for us, key factors of happiness, being able to be surprised. We made that video for a client who was not really understanding the value of seeing things differently. He saw the video, he laughed, he never opened the banana the wrong way around ever in his life again. And then he understood that if you want to work with creative people, working on innovation, you have to be open to different things, to new ways of approaching problems. Ali and I are not alone. This is also very important. We have an amazing team of collaborators, very creative, motivated, enthusiastic people that makes us also very happy. So being surrounded by people you like being surrounded with, like that motivate you, also for us is a very important source of happiness. This is not a recipe for happiness. This is just our way of finding happiness in our daily lives. So we just want to share this with you. And also very important, enjoying failure. This is for us fundamental, because as a creative, if you don't enjoy those trashy moments when things just don't work, I mean, just better change profession, become maybe a lawyer or something else. Nothing against lawyers. I'm sure lawyers also fail from time to time. Fail, fail again, fail better. This is a quote by Samuel Beckett, the Irish writer. We've taken it on board as part of our ethos, and we apply it to everything, every aspect of our practice, be it design, architecture, our role as educators, our role as researchers. This is very important for us, this iterative mode of operating, where you try something, you fail, but you've learned something along the way, so your starting baseline is higher than your original line, and then that way you improve. So this is just our way of seeing creativity and our work. It's not a linear process. It's going in loops, in cycles, and of course the intensity of the ideas increases along the way. Okay, let me tell you a little bit about what we do in Studio Banana. As I said, we are a multidisciplinary creative platform based in Madrid, Lausanne and London. My partner today, Ali, who couldn't be here, he's in Madrid. I'm in Lausanne. We work, we collaborate. It is possible virtually, but also from time to time you have to meet. This is also very important. And we work with a team of 40 collaborators who are in our premises. They come from different fields of creativity, graphic design, branding, film, motion graphics, architecture, and so on. And together we operate in a network as a collaboration that allows us to be much more flexible than if we were just alone or as a huge dinosaur. I'll show you a couple of the lines of our work for you to see a little bit, get an idea. I'm going to talk as the video progresses. This is a commission we got from a telecommunication company to do an advertisement for them in a very exclusive magazine that is published once a year. It's a magazine with a very high standard of graphic design, and we thought, well, we could do a really beautiful graphic for you, but that's going to be just another beautiful graphic in the middle of a magazine that is full of the same kind of things. So we said, no, we propose to you to have a white page on the magazine with a QR code, just as the one that you guys used this morning to register. And that QR code with your smartphone will take you to a web page. 98% of the users of this magazine have smartphones, so that was totally viable. And then we said, this will take you to a web page where you're going to see a beautiful video. So we take the 2D format into the 4D format. They were like, okay, that sounds risky, but okay, we understand the value of having a white page in a magazine with just a QR code. Then, being a telecommunication and high-tech company, they were very interested in having something, this is a bit loud, having something that looked very technological. So we said, okay, we're going to use your corporate colors, these colors you've seen around, and we're going to make some beautiful masses of explosion. They're like, we're going to do this differently. We're going to do this with paint. They're like, no way, you can't do that with paint. I said, well, I think you've just seen the making of video. Now you see the result here. Maybe you've noticed it's all vibrations of a buffer that make a few drops of paint explode in the air. These were many hours of tests, of trials and failures and trials again and failures again. And this was all recorded with a camera that records 1,600 frames per second. And well, this is the resulting video. Voila. So that's a little bit the work we do with corporations in the field of advertisement and branding. We like taking a different approach to things. We try to avoid conventional ways of finding solutions. Another line of work that we do is in the field of design thinking. We infiltrate some of our members from Studio Banana into corporations, into board meetings, into executive meetings. And we introduce a little bit the creativity method into their discussions to help these corporations innovate, find solutions that they would maybe under other, different circumstances wouldn't even consider. We also introduce our illustrators in the meetings of these executive boards. We create minutes, like the procès-verbal, but illustrated, like a comic strip. So as you see, our idea is to apply creativity in different fields. That's, we believe, something that could make people happy as well. Of course, this board of... There's a laser here. Is there a laser?
Top button.
Top. Ah, yeah.
No.
Yes, there. Very excited crowd of people, just like you guys, who'll get home, back to their desk, and they will receive a PDF with a few lines, the PV, the procès-verbal of the meeting, but 2 days later they receive that, and they get very excited about that, believe me, because they see the little caricature of the CEO and the little caricature of the head of HR. People get very excited about these things. So we like thinking that we also make other people's lives happier with our work. Okay, let me tell you now about Kawamura-Ganjavian, this very easy name company. As I said, we are architects and designers, and Kawamura is my surname of Japanese origin, Ganjavian, Ali's surname of Iranian origin. We work on experiences and environments. So yes, we try to do some buildings, we try to do spaces, but what really moves us is the idea of creating experiences. So it's a people-focused environment. It's not the environment that is really important, it's what happens in the people's body, mind, the emotions. And we do spaces of different types. I'm just going to show you, that's Studio Banana, our offices. One that maybe some of you might have even been to. This is inside the Rolex Learning Center at the EPFL in Lausanne. We got the commission to design the bookstore, which was for us a fantastic commission. It was a kind of carte blanche, not really. But if maybe some of you have been in this building, there's all these very characteristic oval-shaped courtyards. We took that idea and we inserted it at a different scale inside the bookstore to create these what we call pods, which are like kind of pieces of architecture, furniture that are also oval. They have books on the outside, magazines as well, and books on the inside. It's not the most evident thing because a book wants to be straight and the shelf is curved. So we went through a long process of optimizing what is the best curve that would allow the books to stand properly, not becoming a mess. And this was all possible thanks to digital fabrication as well. It's all made out of wood. We liked the building a lot, the Rolex Learning Center, but we felt it was very cold, distant. We wanted to create something more intimate, cozy. So the choice of wood for us was very important. And cutting wood in such forms is not easy. So as I said, this was all thanks to digital fabrication. We even have a little cocoon space. The last part of the presentation, does anyone know what that is?
Yeah.
Can you raise your hands? Just okay, quite good. Not bad. Well, for those of you who haven't seen this funny, strange-looking object, here's a little intro.
What's this?
It's called the ostrich pillow.
Pillow product. It's called the ostrich pillow.
This is a new invention called the ostrich pillow. Keep in mind, it's called the ostrich pillow for...
Called the ostrich pillow. The ostrich.
Called the ostrich pillow.
Called the ostrich pillow?
It's called the ostrich, okay? It's the ostrich pillow.
Ostrich nap pillow.
La solution. So... On your head.
The idea is you put your head in here.
Je vous demande, vous mettez sur votre tête comme ça, vous avez un petit trou, vous respirez. Please.
Well, you are learning, Ty.
Let's go. You want to...
So it's quite tight. I can go this way like that.
Just take it down.
Every day.
Why would I put my hands in?
Put your hands in like that.
So we need to put it.
And this.
And allows you to lie face down.
Like that, and sleep anywhere. But I mean, it looks crazy,
Does it work?
but it looks comfortable. It definitely does if you do it there.
But you are right about elegant. Got to fight to get it to return to television.
Cette capuche, c'est It's obviously it covers your whole.
Of course, you can wear this a balaclava.
You can show the receipt instead of a passport to prove you're an American.
They look happy to me. So I think you get the idea. It's very simple. But for us, at least for our studio, this is something very important, getting the right amount of sleep. We don't normally get that as young creative entrepreneurs. I'll run you a little bit more in depth in this project because it kind of epitomizes, or it shows quite clearly our way of working, which goes through the typical 3 phases of a design process: observation, ideation, and implementation. And this is something that we just realized out of experience. People need some sleep, right? Especially when you come at 8:30 to listen to a talk, you probably didn't get enough sleep. We see people sleeping in the parliament, people sleeping in the metro, sleeping in airports, waiting rooms. And then we thought, okay, this is an interesting field of work, the deprivation of sleep. So let's look a little bit at some factual information that helps us realize if this initial intuition is right. And then you come across this information. That's crazy. Before the incandescent bulb was invented, people were getting an average of 10 hours of sleep. It's crazy. How much are we sleeping? Who slept 10 hours last night? Everyone, hands down. Okay. So we looked into how long people sleep on average in our immediate vicinity in Europe. An average of 7 hours. Who got 7 hours last night? No one. A few people. Okay. Good. In the States, between 6 and 7 hours. In Japan, between 5 and 6 hours. 5. I mean, that's half of what people were getting 100 years ago. This is crazy. And we're still the same species, I think. So there's something that is not quite working with nature, with our body, right? Plus, if you realize that NASA has done some hefty scientific tests and realize that taking power naps of 26 minutes increases your productivity by 34%. Then you think the Spanish got it right with the siesta. And then you start seeing, okay, how does the consumer market react to this fact? And you see the big brands, they just profit on this lack of sleep. Coca-Cola, Red Bull, Starbucks, they just keep pumping caffeine into your body so you stay more awake. So, and they're making millions out of this. Okay, well, that's one way of approaching the solution. We thought, let's find a different solution to the same problem. As I said, this is a little bit how we organize a project, observing, creating a multidisciplinary and multicultural team, be it inside Kawamura-Ganjavian, be it inside Studio Banana, where we have multiple inputs from different experiences in life. We try to ideate multiple solutions, and we run this cycle multiple times. As I said at the beginning, we try again, we try better, and along the way we improve. Some of you may be familiar with this kind of environments, brainstorming, multiple inputs, things start finding accidental connections. And then you think, okay, we want to launch this, but there's no enterprise, there's no company in the world who's going to sponsor us. Forget about approaching Coca-Cola, Starbucks, and Red Bull. They're okay in a different league. They want to keep you awake. We want to make people be able to sleep. So maybe some of you may know about Kickstarter. It's a new way, well, Kickstarter is one company that allows crowdfunding. Crowdfunding, as maybe most of you know, it's a new way of financing your projects, which is done through collective investment rather than getting a business angel or a venture capitalist putting a lot of money into your project. This is a lot based on emotions. People like your idea, they bet on it, and they don't have to bet a lot of money, but it's a lot of people who collectively help you support your project. So we thought, okay, this is in line with our ethos, with our philosophy. Let's launch our project on Kickstarter.
This is Kay, dreaming away with his ostrich pillow. Hi, we're Studio KG, and we created the ostrich pillow. Perfect companion to nap pretty much anywhere. Be it for an express power nap at work, or for a good snooze on a long distance journey. Did you know that power napping increases productivity by 34%? We spend so much time at work, in front of the screen or in transit, and we thought, why not create something that helps us nap, disconnect and dream? All you have to do is find a place to nap, slip on the ostrich pillow, and you're set to go. Our first prototype was a total hit on the web, and we discovered that thousands of people also shared the need to nap. Ostrich Pillow is supported by Studio Banana Things, and with your Kickstarter help, we can't wait to go into production. We want to share this dream with you. Thank you for supporting it.
We don't have money, but we have ideas, we have time, we have happiness, we have some skills. So we created a campaign that we thought could go viral. That was our expectation. And as you saw with the first video, it did go viral on the media. Our initial target on Kickstarter was to get $70,000. It's a modest amount, but it was enough to guarantee a production. To get that in 30 days. And we were surprised to get almost 3 times that. And 3,243 people around the world who supported the idea. So that gave us the courage and the guarantee that we could launch this idea that the people actually needed to sleep. And as I said, with just a bit of creativity and a lot of effort, we managed to get on the media without paying a penny for it. We are very happy that Swiss Miss, Tina Roth-Eisenberg, was one of the first people that saw a value in this project back in the days. So all our credit to her. And this is a little bit maybe linking to the next theme of Creative Mornings, which is about money. With a very little investment, as I said, mainly time, equipment, ideas, of course, the 30 francs that cost us that cake that was spinning. We managed to get an estimated $16 million worth of free publicity on prime time, American, Japanese, French, English, television, what else? Australia as well. 112 million media impacts, more than 750,000 YouTube views. This is something that for us was unimaginable before we started the project, but we were convinced we had to do it, and people reacted very interestingly.